Okay, what's up? We got another trade recap video today. It's gonna be on gold and Nasdaq. As you can see, I took three trades, one of which was yesterday's trade. Just gonna bundle up in this one video. Let's get straight into it. I don't want to make it too long because I have to cover all three trades. Let's see. First one was on gold. Like I said on Monday, yesterday. I'm gonna do this little replay thing. Oh, and then three trades. One of them was a winner, one of them was a loser, and then this one, as you can see, was a break-even trade. So we kind of got a variation of everything. Okay, so this one, first one, let's go higher time frame, take a glance at it. So we're seeing that we're kind of rejecting those highs right there. We have a bunch of sell side liquidity down here, especially when you go on the 1 hour. It's like super clean, telling you the whole story right here. Made the high, came, pulled back, tried to make another high, failed, and then swept that, whichever with this swept this, and then we swept that again. And then we're pulling down heavy. So it's pretty obvious the draws are these lows. So with that going in mind, on the day, I'm looking for almost any reason to go short. Ideally, I wanted a pullback up to this fair value gap on the M15. But seeing how price was rejecting off this little tiny M15 fair value gap, see that candle was nice and bearish, and it was still valid. So then seeing that, I go on the M5, and then we almost have like a perfect just, V shape going down. So after we inversed right here on the M5, draw it out. We inversed that candle, saw on the M5. I guess maybe I could have entered earlier. Let's actually take a look at that. But I entered on the M5 just based off that because draw was pretty clear. I mean, at this point, I thought it was a no-brainer. I'm okay with the break even. It's whatever. But let's actually look at the M1 now that I'm mentioning it. Try to make it bigger. No, I don't see a real good entry on the M1 that would have like hit. Oh, actually, interesting enough, what I did on this trade was I was trading on my eval, so I took actually two positions. Now looking at the M1, it reminded me. I scaled in on the trade, trying to pass the eval quicker. So what I did was my first entry was on that M5, like I showed you guys. I was one contract, and then as I'm seeing price go lower, and then it pulls back, displaces lower. So at this point, I'm like, okay, if we're displacing, we tapped this area again, displacing lower, we're almost about to make the new internal low. So I kind of rushed it. I don't know if I played this the best, but I kind of rushed it. I thought it was valid, so I moved to break even. Regardless, this was going to be break even at this point. But keeping in mind, I would go break even, and then I see this little rejection happening. Let me hover over that. See this rejection happening over here. So I believe just went on the 15 second just to get a even more pinpoint entry, which was right here. So I must have entered another contract here. Stop loss being here. Well, let me actually place it so you guys can see. There was another entry here. Stop loss where I went break even on the original one. Take profit, same thing. And then made the new low, moved this to break even, and then boom, both of them had break even at that point. Which is fine. If I hit the draw, I would have gonna pass the eval right away, so it's cool. It's whatever. Let us try to fix this a bit. Go back. Where am I at? Okay, that's fine. Leave. Okay, and then so that was the first trade, which was a break even. This is today's trade. This was the first trade of the day, which was on gold. I was pretty much about to get off. Noticed how the draw was super clean. Rejecting this fair value up on the H4. See how we took these cells that I was sure about earlier. All that was left in my eyes was this H4 fair value gap, the first one presented before this new leg up. Really key zone right there. So And then when you go on the H1, we're seeing this beautiful flush happening. Break it down, M15, we see this accumulation manipulation into that FEG distributing lower. If I saw this earlier, in hindsight, I almost feel like this would have even been a very valid trade. Something like this. Draws even just to London low, um, which is my original target too. But so that would have worked. I mean, once you get the draw correctly, it's almost you almost can't mess up at that point, right? But I didn't see that. I saw it a bit later, and then I'm seeing the heavy displacement lower. So at this point, I'm waiting for like any pullback into a fair value gap here for me to go lower. I took this on an eval because I wasn't fully convinced that this was the pullback. See how that fair value gap is super tiny. I was really anticipating we were gonna attach or tap this like inverse fair value gap little because you got an inverse fair value gap here, which also aligns with the fair value gap that overlaps it. So I was hoping for a little combination of like tapping into this zone, or even better, tapping this buy side, sell side liquidity up here. So this fair value gap, and then creating the bearish three candle formation. I would have been way more convinced to go short. Nevertheless, I still liked it, so I took it on my eval. As you can see, hit TP and the same next 5 minute candle. I mean, that was like one, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, it's literally like 5 or 6 minutes worth of candles. So that was super clean. That was a solid win. And then normally at this point I would have gotten off. I don't know why, but I was looking at NQ and I just thought it was clean as hell to go long. So it's exactly what I tried to do. As we can see, if we go on the higher time frame, we're seeing it's holding all bullish, respecting all bullish PD arrays. Like oops, we have this fair value gap, we got this tap, we got this tap, and then we got this current tap right here. So at this point, I'm like, okay, if we're respecting everything, so that means we're just gonna keep having to go higher and higher, taking all these draws above, near. I mean, obviously, this one, the daily fair value gap up here is so clean. We're gonna hit that this week for sure. First, we gotta tap this buy side liquidity. So with that in mind, same thing. All these three trades, as we can see, one of them was a winner, loser, and a break even. All of them were really the same premise. This one was a bit out of session, which was the only thing that could have maybe persuaded me not to take it in the future and maybe avoided a loss. However, if we see that we break this fair value gap, we come and retest it on the M15, testing this fair value gap again, right? And then we're pulling up, making new highs. If we go on the M5, what we see is a perfect, like, just inverse displacement up. If I mean if I was on it a bit or more, I would have entered here. But I was currently in the gold trade when this was happening. I would have entered here, um, target there, probably would have just gone break even here, which would have resulted in a break even trade, which is really the trade I should have taken if I was going to take it. So in theory, I kind of fumbled into this trade now looking back at it in hindsight. Because then it forced me, once I saw that, it forced me to go into the 1 minute to look for an entry. But I'm not really not mad at it too, because after we come break out of that and we come here, we tap this, we have the existing fair value gap here, we have an order block tapping into this, we have a beautiful displacement above, all signs of bullish movement, like all the signs that we're gonna hit the draw. So I entered off the displacement right there, which was a clean three candle formation. As soon as we entered, it kind of lost steam and then went straight to the stop loss because clearly the market had different idea for the day and then it kind of started ranging after that. Um, I don't know. I feel like this was a solid trade. It's hard to say when it's a loser, but it kind of meets all the requirements. It's pretty much the same rinse and repeat as the other trades, so I can't really be too mad at it. And yeah, those were the trade recaps, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Bye.